That open is just the best, and it's a reminder that Delmarva Sports Insider is cranking up once again. Another week in the books alongside our sports director, our local legend Trayvon Miles, Brandon Bossert, and not too far away in the on-deck circle, Drew Williams.
Over in the bullpen.
He's in the bullpen.
He's warming up.
I'm Ryan Eldridge.
That's right. Welcome into the only live and local half-hour show devoted to all sports here on the shore.
And guys, week 7 of football action here. Can you believe it's already week 7 out there?
Crazy.
That's a no.
Yeah, and we're into crunch time now because the playoffs, they're just a few weeks away, guys.
You kidding me?
Yeah, playoffs.
Seriously. Yeah.
We're going to start here in Salisbury County Stadium. Our matchup of the night, Parkside, Kent Island, both in your top 5, I believe.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Both of these teams coming in with a 5-1 record, and this game was a tale of two halves, if you will. Parkside's only lost this season to a very good North Carolina team by 1 point. Kent Island looking to prove themselves. All Parkside early on. Devion White on the counter. The big man rumbling his way 33 yards to the end zone. That made it 14-0 early in the second. Kent Island gets into the red zone, but 4th and 8, Matt Burnside picked off by 47 ABC's Devion Fuchs to end the threat. I'll see you 10. Parkside kept their foot on the gas to end the third. 3rd and 12, Makai Smiley up to the birthday boy, Rasheer Evans. Goes up and gets it. Guys, I think we'll see this play later again on top plays. 21-0 at halftime.
Yep, but Kent Island came out with energy in the third. Kwan Johnson bounces it to the outside and races to the pylon to get the Bucks on the scoreboard. Now, at this point, guys, you could really feel the game start to turn around. Now to the fourth quarter, under 4 minutes left, Isaiah Shockley is going to plunge into the end zone right here, and this is going to close the gap to 8. And you're really starting to feel it start to change right here. But they're going to need the ball back if they're going to do anything. But the Bucks, they're going to need to stop right here, and they would get it. Colin Langreach, like a praying mantis right here, wrestles Smiley to the ground. Yeah, you can see the injury right there. He was down for a couple minutes. One last chance for Kent Island. Burnside to his left. He's going to heave it, but there's 3 Rams there in the area, and it's Rasheer Evans, the birthday boy, once again. What a great game for him. Parkside hangs on to win this one, 21-13.
They got the momentum, and they were able to get after it a little bit. We weren't blocking on the front, and we just need to get back to doing our basic stuff. Guys were able to hold it together long enough that we were able to come out of here successfully, but we, definitely got some work to do.
Got to keep playing. Got to keep fighting. They gave us a tough fight, and we sealed the deal at the end. Got the win.
Man, they were sweating though. They got up big in the first half and got punched a little bit there at the beginning of the second half, and they were able to hold on.
Yeah, I feel like Parkside should be happy that game ended when it did. Yeah. Because you were at the game and saw that it did look like a tale of 2 different halves. Second half, it looked like Parkside just ran out of momentum along with gas.
Yeah, you could see it out of halftime. Parkside really didn't have much energy coming out into the field, but Kent Island was hooting and hollering. They were yelling out there. They had the energy going, and you could see it on the field because they were running right through Parkside to start the third quarter, and they really controlled the entire second half. And Brendan Riley actually said that to me. He was very upset with how his team performed the second half. Obviously, they get the win, but you got to stress that you got to play all 48 minutes out there. Right.
21-0, maybe got a little flat.
Yeah.
But they get the win.
I would say so. And, if it's one thing that Coach Riley is a perfectionist. He wants his team to play well in those spots. First half, second half, got to complete the job. All right, that's going to do it for our highlights at the desk. But for more, we send it over to the wall to Drew.
Thanks, Trey. Well, we'll start off the night in Cambridge with a pair of the teams. You mentioned the postseason. A couple looking for their shot here. 5-1 CSD Vikings. Cambridge South Dorchester on senior night, looking to pillage a win away from the mighty 3-3 Trojans of Kent County. And the Vikings getting on the board early on their first drive. John Henry working off the play action. He's going to air one out to Malik Ennels for the gorgeous catch in the corner of the end zone. Nice setup there. And then Henry again getting it done in the air. He's going to hesitate and thread the needle to Timmy Johnson. And look at old Johnson in there with the muscles, bearing his way into the end zone. Cambridge still rolling behind their QB. Henry this time is going to find the tight end Davon Linder just past the fingertips of the defender. Henry with 3 touchdown passes to 3 different receivers in the first half. And it's not a Cambridge highlight without this guy. Khalik Beasley getting the toss on the outside, works into the end zone untouched. Big win for the Vikings as they roll in this game, 54-19. And then Y-High and Decatur from last night. And if you guys can't tell, this play starts a little bit of a trend. Decatur's Shakai Bowen's going to fumble. Josh Shockley's there to pick it up. He could go all the way. I guess that was a boomer reference. Anyway, Y-High was already ahead, but we're less than 4 minutes in. Tribe's now up 14-0. Later in the first, Y-High in the red zone. Stephon Harris is going to bounce it to the outside. He's going to meet Devin Waters in the end zone, and it was not very friendly. This one is slipping away from the Seahawks pretty fast. It was a windy night last night, but quarterback Andre Matthews laughs at Mother Nature. This pass set up another first-quarter touchdown. And then watch this one. He's going to drop it right in the breadbasket of Josh Shockley. All this damage in the first half, guys, and they're still working out of the shotgun. Air raid just looking good for Y-High. Matthews is going to find Xavion Hardy in the middle of the field. This score from 35 yards out. Y-High with a much-needed win. They put up 57 points on Decatur. Maybe a little motivation from a local legend over there, I suppose.
A lot of people are aware of the talent that's on this team, but we have to believe it first. And our kids, man, they were so hungry from this whole week in practice to tonight, and we drove the football all game long. I'm so proud of them. They worked for it. They deserve it.
We've been working hard because we need to get where we need to be right now because we need to go to the playoffs.
And North Carolina rolling this season with the Bennett Clippers coming to town. Bulldogs set up in the red zone off a Clipper turnover and waste no time getting on the board. Trenton Hilliard's going to punch it in from the 3-yard line to start the night for North Carolina. And a couple more problems happening for the Clippers and ball security. This snap's going to go all the way into the end zone, and Ryan Silsley, he's going to fall on it for the easy touchdown. North Carolina rolling in this one. More of the same for the Bulldogs in the offensive end. Hunter Healy's going to get the handoff on the left side. He's going to muscle his way in for the score. Nice little juke move. Bulldogs up 21-0, excuse me, at this point. And then the icing on the cake as the second half is ticking down. Zamir Dennis is going to go right up the middle and bulldoze his way in for the touchdown. Another dominant performance for the Bulldogs, who moved to 7-0 with a 42-0 victory. And then Washington hosting Snow Hill on senior night. Jags still looking for their first win of the season after a fumble recovery on the opening drive. Washington looking to score, and Xavier Hall is going to find Gavin Fontaine in the end zone. But Laundry on the field holds the score off the board, and the drive would stall. Jump ahead, just seconds on the clock, and the screen pass finds Jameer Wolford. He takes it 55 yards to the house to give the Jags the 7-0 halftime lead. Look at him. Yeah, he's pretty fast. 7-0. Jags looking all right. Second half, Eagles trying to get something going, and Robbie Maddox is going to slash through the line for the strip sack. Fontaine recovers with just under 5 minutes left to play. One last chance for Snow Hill. The Eagles, they're in desperation mode. Skylar Blank, he's going to drop back, looking to make something happen. He's going to fire deep just over the head of his receiver. Check it out. Turning it over on downs, and Washington, they get their first win of the season over Snow Hill, 7-0. Their first win since 2018, I believe. So good for them. And guys, we'll send it back to you at the desk for some more scores happening here in Maryland.
Thanks, Drew. Last night, Colonel Richardson with a 24-point win over Nandua. A 53-yard touchdown by Cam Erickson sparked this game, and Colonel improving to 4-3 on the season.
And tonight, Easton back in the win column after 3 straight losses. That's right. They take down Queen Anne's 37-6. Ryan O'Connor with 4 touchdown passes tonight for Easton. Yeah. So there you go. Easton getting back in the win column.
Yeah. What are the impressions? What do we like? I mean, Cambridge looked pretty good. And Y-High gets a win.
I am amazed right now with what Parkside and North Carolina are doing. Obviously, North Carolina rolling into 7-0. Parkside rolling into 6-1. They have not lost since that 1-point game at North Carolina. They clearly look like the top 2 teams to beat in the 2A East. But, of course, I have my eye on an Elkton team up in Cecil County.
That's right. And loved Parkside tonight in the first half at least. In the second half, you got to play 48 minutes. But I'd like to touch on Y-High. They looked great on both sides of the ball, on offense and defense, and they were throwing the ball even though it was windy out there. So they did a really good job last night against Decatur. And, you know, this starts their playoff run right here. And
absolutely.
Coach Taylor was talking about that last night.
Yep. And one other thing is Makai Smiley, of course, hurt on that last sack from Kent Island. We'll have to see how he is moving forward. That will determine a lot for Parkside, I think, going forward, having a senior signal caller go out. If he goes out for a specific amount of time, that remains to be seen. But either way, I think Parkside, with that stable of running backs that they have, will be okay.
Look really good today.
They will be okay. All right. That's going to do it for the A block. But when DSI returns, We're taking things to the first state. Route 9 rivalry, Sussex Central and Sussex Tech. Those highlights are coming up when DSI returns.
This is Ken John Wayne, North Carolina football, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.